is a presentation of the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports.
Tonight we welcome you inside the Peterson Event Center in Pittsburgh, the Pitt Panther student section affectionately known as the Oakland Zoo. They are loud, they are loyal, and they certainly like to let the opposing team know that this is their house. And tonight the Wolfpack of NC State are wearing their road uniforms as the ACC battles continue. It's the Wolfpack of NC State taking on the Pitt Panthers. Hi, everybody. Along with Bobby Cremens, the former Georgia Tech coach, I'm Mike Gleason. It's always great to have you with us for more basketball here on the ACC Network. Coach, you look at NC State. 0-5 in conference play, considering the fact that they had 5 or 4 straight trips to the NCAA tournament. The team, they haven't wavered. Great work ethic, a great attitude, and they know they can lean on one of the best players in the ACC.
Well, Cat Barber, he's what I call a natural scorer. Of course, he leads the ACC in scoring. He also leads it in minutes played, almost 39. Mike, that means he cannot get in foul trouble and free throw made. He can get to the rim against anybody.
Bobby, let's check the food line starting lineups for the Wolfpack. Barber averaging just under 22 points a game. Keep an eye on Maverick Rowan. He verbally committed to Pittsburgh. He changed his mind, and that is a big story here in Pittsburgh today.
Michael Young is 6'9", highly skilled. He loves to shoot the 3-ball, but Coach Dixon wants him scoring down low. Boston College double-teamed him last game, and he had 9 assists.
The food line starting lineups for the Pitt Panthers. James Robinson with a 5-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Jamel Artist, he has scored in double figures 21 consecutive times against ACC competition. Cat Barber went off in the ACC tournament in Greensboro last year against these Pitt Panthers. Jamie Dixon doesn't want to see that happen again tonight. And the Pitt Panthers, they are 12-1 inside the Peterson Event Center, one of the toughest places to play in the ACC. Back with the tip after this.
ACC basketball is being brought to you by Food Lion. Life's better with a lion. By Geico, saving people money for over 75 years. And by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
And we are in Panther country. That's just outside the Peterson Event Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Where they have won a lot of games here, Coach. Matter of fact, when they were in the Big East, the old Big East, they left it up to the players. They took a vote. The toughest place for the Big East to play, it was this building, the Peterson Event Center.
You're absolutely right, Mike, and that's why I think it's important that to pack it off to a good start. We got the zoo right behind us, and the fans are excited. Why? Because they have a basketball team in the top 25 in the country.
What did you say? Something about a zoo? They are loud here, and we are set to go. Pitt comes in at 15-2, 4-1 in the ACC. NC State 10-8, 0-5, still looking for that first win, and we are underway. The opening tip is controlled by the Wolfpack of NC State, coming in averaging about 74 points a game. And Coach Pittsburgh's up to almost 83 points a game.
Yeah, what a great point guard matchup we have. Barber with the ball and James Robinson guarding him.
Malik Abou, first shot doesn't go, and the rebound is taken down by Michael Young.
Oh, that's the shot Coach Godfrey wanted. Get the ball inside. Get Michael Young in foul trouble.
You were talking about Michael Young at the top of the broadcast. He has 52 assists, which is pretty impressive.
Highly skilled.
This is Young here, and is showing that he can touch it from the outside as well.
Yeah, he can do it all, but again, Coach Dixon wants him working the low post.
Pittsburgh had a 10-game winning streak snapped by Louisville. The Panthers only scored 41 points, but they came back and shot about 58% against BC in an 84-61 win over Boston College. Five on the shot clock now. Martin, runner doesn't go. Yes, it does. He gets the bounce.
Well, he had to shoot it. The shot clock was going down. He had the high ball screen. But a nice move there by Cody.
Cody Martin getting his second consecutive start, replacing his twin brother, Caleb. And Cody had 10 points and 7 rebounds against North Carolina, but he held Marcus Page to a 1-for-9 shooting night.
He's the better defender. Now, this is where Barber's at his best, open court.
Barber pulls up, nothing but net.
Loves the transition.
Barber getting off to a quick start. You mentioned the near 39 minutes he's playing. He sat for much of the first half against Florida State last week. Picked up a couple of quick fouls. There's another outside shot. Panthers average about 6.6, but they knocked down 10 against Boston College.
Artis can shoot that. Artis and Young, probably one of the best 3-4 combos in the country.
Barber, top of the show. I said he went off in Greensboro against Pittsburgh. He had 34 in that game. Boy, nice leaning touch off the glass for Abdul Malik Abu, who's becoming a double-double machine.
Beautiful move. It's obvious Coach Godfrey wants the ball inside. He wants Abdul to get that ball and score like he just did.
Smith, stop and pop, but that's just a 2 for Sterling Smith, the graduate student who transferred here from Coppin State.
That's what he does best. That's his forte, shooting the basketball. That's why Coach Dixon put him in there.
Wolfpack up by 2, 6-4. Barber again, and the shot released it right after a whistle. That would have been a 3 ball.
Yeah, here you see Barber pushing, loves transition, loves the open floor. And again, he thought he had another one, but the screen was illegal. And it's illegal because it's moving. It has to be stationary.
That was B.J. Anya setting that illegal screen. So the Panthers, with a chance to tie, take the lead with a 3. Robinson, a senior, out of Maryland. This is his 120th start, Coach. Boy, that is a ton.
Yeah, bad pass. He passed to the inside rather than the outside.
Barber. This time it doesn't go down. Knocked out of bounds by the Panthers, and it stays with the Wolfpack. All right, Coach, right now let's take a look at the Carolina Ford keys to the game.
Well, for NC State, I mentioned they want to get the ball inside. They want to go to a boot. They want to get Michael Young in foul trouble. For Pitt, defensive rebounding. They're going against the #1 offensive rebounding team in the ACC in NC State. Keep the pack off the boards.
And the Wolfpack now 4 of 6 shooting. Another steal by the Wolfpack. And wow, the alley-oop flush off the break. Abu slams it down.
Beautiful. 2 turnovers by Pitt. Coach Dixon is not happy about that. And again, the open floor. The Pack love the open floor.
Artis rolls out. Cat wants to push it. He doesn't care if he has numbers. He's got that 6th gear, huh? Now he pulls it out. 10-4. NC State with a 4-1 lead on the glass already on the road.
This is the start that they wanted.
Martin gives it up. Beautiful look inside, and Anya flushes it down.
Well, the play was made by Cody Martin. Timeout, Pitt. Coach Godfrey is happy. They see a beautiful, watch this beautiful lob and finish there by Abu. They got it going, the Pack.
Back in Pittsburgh, Coach Kremen's NC State 2 separate 6-0 runs.
Yeah, they're playing great basketball, and of course we all know about this guy. Here's Cody with a beautiful lob to Abu. I give Cody Martin a lot of credit. He's steady. Look at that pass right there. And that's another beautiful finish by the big guy, Anya.
Well, Mark Gottfried has been saying even after the first 4 losses, he said, we're not a bad team. I've seen bad teams. We're close. We just got to find a way to bust through.
Well, I think you said it all. We saw them in practice today, and they were very confident. They came in here, and Mark said, you know, we have played a lot of competitive games, and we feel that we can play with anybody. And right now, they're doing exactly what he wants them to do.
4 of the 5 starters for the Wolfpack have scored already.
They only play about 7, so they cannot get in foul trouble.
There's a young man, number 23. That's Cameron Johnson. He came off the bench and scored 20 points against Boston College.
How about that? In 15 minutes.
15 minutes, that's right. Good point. Jamie Dixon usually getting about 33 points from his bench. There's a steal. Let's be an easy bucket for Smith. Maybe not. But he'll go to the line and take 2. Martin said there's no way you're going to score that bucket.
Yeah, great hustle. Unusual turnover here. They double team Cat. He gives it up. But look at the hustle here by Cody Martin. And I love it. You got to go for the ball. And that's exactly what he did. Now this guy's he's a deadly shooter, so I expect him to, of course, he could be a great free throw shooter. He shoots about 88% from the free throw line. That's pretty good. He gives him a boost off the bench.
88, not too shabby, huh? Ice one in his veins. He knocks them both down. He's got four of the 6 for Pittsburgh. The transfer out of Coppin State.
They're picking him up. They're going to try to wear the Cat out a little bit. But I tell you what, Cat looks to me like he can go all day long.
Well, Mark Gottfried said he doesn't get tired. He simply doesn't get tired. The only time he's going to come out if he gets into foul trouble.
Great stamina.
Knocked out of bounds. It could be Pittsburgh basketball.
Yeah, that's the second turnover. Now, they got to make an adjustment on that. What they're doing, they're double teaming Cat. And he now has two turnovers because of that.
Well, Jamie Dixon said we can score almost 83 points a game, but right now we're still have to figure out some of the things on the defensive end, understand the importance of a good defensive stand. He said some of the younger players, it takes a while to learn.
Well, we know where the scoring's coming. It's going to be young. Jamel's not in the game right now, and James is struggling with his jump shot.
Well, there's Martin again. Cody Martin, good hustle. Martin will try to finish the break, and he does.
Assist Cat Barbara.
And Cody Martin has been all over the place on both ends of the court.
He's a hustler. He's steady. Now, his brother likes to shoot the basketball. When he comes in, he's going to shoot it. Cody likes to stay close to the vest.
Well, they say Cody, Mark Gottfried said Cody's the attacker. Caleb's the shooter. Michael Young, well, he's a scorer, but that one rolls off. He comes in averaging about 17.6 in conference play.
Great start for the Wolfpack. They're really playing great basketball. Now they got to maintain this type of play.
Coach, when you talked to Jamie Dixon today, what's one of the first things he said? When you asked about keys, right away he said, well, our keys are always rebounding.
That's
right now, look at that number. NC State.
Again, they're out rebounding them.
7-1 NC State.
Yep.
Jamie Dixon, 209 games over 500 in his 13th year. But 1-3 against the Wolfpack, losing twice last year, once by 18 and once at the ACC tournament.
Turnovers right now are really hurting the Pack. This guy Jeter, what an athlete he is. Wow.
There's an air ball down on the baseline by Johnson, who had that 20 off the bench in the last game. Barber.
He will shoot it. Great move. No finish.
Boy, the ball just doesn't go down. That time for Chris Jones, the 6'6 redshirt junior who didn't play much against Boston College because he injured his elbow against Louisville. Wolfpack now with 3 turnovers in the last 5 possessions. They lead it by 8, 14-6. Abu. Nice. Stick back. Bernard Freeman, the 6'9 junior.
And that's why they're #1 offensive team in the ACC. We just saw that. Great going to the boards by Leonard.
They average about 16 offensive rebounds a game. Robinson trying to get something going. Boy, it just pops out. The ball's not going down at all for Pittsburgh. And the Wolfpack up by 10 with a chance to build on that right now. Take a timeout inside 12 minutes now. 11:44 to go. Wolfpack playing well. Panthers down. You're watching the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports, also streaming live now on the ACC.com and on the official ACC mobile app. Today's coverage of ACC basketball being broadcast on AFN, the American Forces Network, and we welcome the nearly 1 million men and women of the U.S. Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines stationed around the globe in 175 countries and on the high seas. We're proud to have you with us tonight, and we certainly hope you are enjoying the broadcast. So look at the Panthers. Look at those numbers.
This is not Pitt basketball. Artis hasn't scored, I think, Beautiful set play, out of bounds underneath for the great shooter, the guy from right here, local young man, and Maverick Rowan.
Rowan knocks down his 42nd free. As we talked about at the top of the broadcast, he verbally committed to Pittsburgh, changed his mind as he actually moved on down to Fort Lauderdale. And he wanted to, he could actually be playing high school basketball right now down there, but he graduated early as the Jeter lines up a shot.
Well, this is a nightmare right now for Pitt, but you're right. Rowan's a great shooter, and they will set screens for him. Of course, we know about all the great scorers they've had in the past, T.J. Warren. And Rowan, he's not T.J. Warren, but he can shoot it.
And that is a 3-ball again. And I tell you, the Oakland Zoo, they were waiting for him, and he was quoted in the local newspaper. He said, you know what, I'll just feed off of their energy. He said, I wouldn't expect the Oakland Zoo to be quiet. Well, Rowan now with back-to-back threes.
When something like that happens, either the young man plays great or horrible. And right now, Maverick is playing great. He's feeling it.
Wolfpack with a pair of 6-0 runs right now on a 10-0 run. They open up a 22-6 lead. And most of this crowd inside the Peterson Event Center are kind of stunned right now, Coach.
I think all our viewers are stunned. This is an 0-5 team.
2 on the shot clock, doesn't go. Caleb Martin had to take that one.
We got to get artists going here for Pitt. James Robinson's on the bench right now.
Nice drive, but again, it doesn't go down. Freeman clears, and here comes Cat Barber. Up 22-6. Barber explodes to the bucket, and one.
Well, the only good news right now for Pitt is we're early in the first. We're in the first half. That's the good news. Of course, right now, NC State is playing perfect basketball, and you got to give Coach Gottfried a lot of credit, and you got to give this team a lot of credit. You know, 0-5 in the ACC, and you see no signs of getting down. They believe in themselves. Of course, Rowan hitting those 2 threes. They got it going right now, Mike.
Cat Barber's got it going now, too, after he caps off the 3-point play. He's got 7 points. You know, Coach, you know what I like about Cat Barber? Look, he's going to get a breather. He's actually going to get a breather, and he's not in foul trouble. What I like about that is Mark Gottfried thought he was going to have Trevor Lacey back this year. Barber wouldn't have been scoring like he is now, but he's kind of embraced that role. He wasn't afraid to take it.
Yeah, that's a great point. There you see, great execution. Finally, great pass by Artist. But you're absolutely right. We all know Trevor Lacey left early for the NBA. I think he was a bad move. He's playing in Europe. But that's all part of the system today. And NC State definitely misses him, but you got to move on.
This is Caleb Martin. He was 3 for 5 against North Carolina as he tries to get his confidence back. This is his brother Cody. This is Rowan. Down to 6 on the shot clock. Rowan gets stripped. It's Robinson. Gives it up. And, boy, very unselfish, but the whistle blows. It's going to go against Pitt.
It was walking. Turnover city. This is just a great pass, and this is Pittsburgh basketball. Obviously, Pittsburgh is not themselves right now. They're just not playing typical Pittsburgh basketball. But plenty of time left. They're playing at home. They will get it going at some point.
Jamie Dixon said sometimes in the huddle, he'll say, I don't recognize you guys. He said he tried that against Louisville, but it didn't work. Anya. B.J. Anya with a couple of dunks, 4 points for Anya.
Right now they're feeling it. They're just feeling it, hitting the boards. Wow, I'm so impressed with the way the Wolfpack are playing right now.
Jamel Artis takes it to the rack. He's clobbered, and he'll go to the line shooting a couple of free throws. Jamie Dixon has 5 players shooting at least 80% or above 80%. Ball goes on Anya. That's his second. And Artis yet to score, comes in averaging 16.
He's having an all ACC type of year. I mean, this guy's a scorer. He can post up, he shoots it. When they need a basket, they're going to go to Artis or Young. And I just love this young man. He's outstanding. Of course, right now, not playing the type of basketball that they used to play.
Pops out again. Jamie Dixon's wondering if somebody came in and tightened the rims. Rowan! Ring up another three. So Rowan comes in and knocks down back-to-back-to-back threes. He's got 9.
I got to tell you, I did not like the shot. I thought he forced it, but he's feeling it. Of course, you know, this is his hometown.
Chris Jones takes it in, and this is going against Chris Jones and the Pitt Panthers.
No basket charge. But getting back to Maverick Rowan, I mean, they gave him a hard time. And they'd love to see him shoot an air ball. But right now, he's got the answer. He's kept keeping everybody quiet. And he just feels it. He's ready to play.
Came in with 41 long ones. He's got 44 threes now after knocking down 3 here in the first half. They trailed Florida State last week. They made a run, and Maverick Rowan wound up with 22. But that rally came up short against Florida State. Timeout on the floor, so we'll take a timeout from Pittsburgh. 7:46 to go. It's 30. That's right, folks. 30-9, NC State. You're watching the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports, also streaming live now on the ACC.com and on the official ACC mobile app. Our Haviland Player of the Week, Clemson's Jerron Blossomgame, with wins over number 9 Duke and then number 8 Miami. Blossomgame averaged 21 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 2 blocks. And with Blossomgame leading the way, the Tigers became the first team in school history to post 3 consecutive regular season wins over opponents ranked in the AP Top 25. They're going for 4 tonight. They're taking on the Virginia Cavaliers. And there's the score right now. Clemson by 1 in Charlottesville.
How about that? They win that game. Everybody in the whole country is going to be shocked. There it goes. There's the guy that's got to get going.
22 for Artis against Boston College. Knocked down 4 threes in that game, 4 of 6.
When your team's down, your stars got to step up.
That's right. Big players make big plays, right?
That's right.
Martin. Boy, a little bit too strong. And they're going to call the foul. Ball came skipping off the rim, barely touched the rim. And it goes against Leonard Freeman.
Right now, Pitt's trying to cut into that lead, hopefully try and get down, go into the locker room down, 10 or below that. And NC State trying to maintain that lead.
Nice feed inside to Jeter. And at this time, they're going to call it against the no, it's another charge against Pittsburgh. Charge.
Let's see if we can get a look at this. Boy, the Wolfpack, just great defensive position. Let's see where he is. Perfect. He's perfect. That's a great call. He got over there early. He was outside the circle. Excellent call by the official.
What is that? 3 charges now against the Panthers?
I love young men who can take charges. Love them.
Maverick Rowan gets his pocket. Yep. Knocked out of bounds. That's a turnover. Empty possession for NC State.
They were all over him. Great pressure by the Panthers. Watch this, all over him. Good use of hands there to get that turnover.
I thought you were talking about the Oakland Zoo. It was all over him. Michael Young. Jeter. Boy, probably should have taken a little short jump shot right in front of the rim.
Yeah, pretty good move. Good defense by the Pack. They run their offense. They're going to try and go inside. Hit that ball to Cat.
Turn. Jumper doesn't go for a boo.
Good, nice little jumper. Cat set the screen there.
Michael Young with the spin. A little bit too strong.
Boy, that was a heck of a move.
Wolfpack 4-3 break. Barber pulls up. And a good box out that time by the Panthers' Jamel Artis.
Can't ask for a better shot.
And the Panthers come roaring down the floor, and Young can't find the handle.
Oh, boy. This is not Pitt basketball.
Maverick Rowan, we talked about the fact that he won high school state championships in both states, Pennsylvania, then Florida.
Right.
He verbally committed to Pittsburgh and changed his mind. And again, that was a big spread in the local paper today.
I like his demeanor. I mean, he's keeping his mouth shut. His performance is what's speaking for him, and right now he's having a great performance, even though he just had that last turnover. But right now, everything. I mean, everything. I don't know what Pitt's the lowest scoring first half they ever had, but we might have that here tonight.
Well, we mentioned that 41 points they scored against Louisville, and all Jamie Dixon said was, I'm at a loss for words. There was a rejection by the Panthers. It was Artist. And last touch by Pittsburgh. It'll stay with NC State.
They were trying to post up Maverick inside. Maverick's a big guard. He's about 6'7". One advantage the Pack have is the height. You know, when you got Boo in there and you got Anya, Freeman's in there. They are a tall team.
This is Abu backing his man down. Nice bank shot as he took Rafael Maya right to the rack.
That's what you have to do. What a move. Powerful move.
Malik Abu. Luther just came off the bench. Ryan Luther gets about 9 minutes a game, but Jamie Dixon going to the bench early today. They're deep. Rowan.
A little quick.
Another steal by the Pack and another slam dunk by Abdul Malik Abu.
Coach Dixon is beside himself. He almost came out in the court that time.
34-11. Jamie Dixon has a look on his face I've never seen before. NC State getting it done here. Abdul Malik Abu.
Well, we know he's explosive. The kid can go to the basket. He had 21 against Florida State. I love the passing here. Just love the way he just explodes to the basket, and a great finisher. I cannot have enough accolades for the play of the Wolfpack the first half.
Well, Coach, here's today's trivia question, courtesy of Duke Energy. Since 2000, who has the best career assist to turnover ratio in the NCAA? We'll check back later in the game for the answer, or download more ACC trivia powered by Duke Energy in your app store. Not in the ACC, but the NCAA. Wolfpack sharpen their claws tonight to 34-11. We've got 4:34 to go in the first half.
Oh, they're feeling it. We got a long way to go, but they're feeling it. And another illegal screen. Wow.
Well, even Jamel Artis, as soon as he looked at the ref, he said, I can't believe this. This is like a nightmare so far.
Yeah, it is a nightmare. Right now for Pitt, the first half has been nothing less than a nightmare. And again, the Wolfpack 0-5. 0-5 in the league. And they're playing like they're in the top part of the ACC.
There's a pick and a steal by Luther. Here comes Robinson. Got a little bit too deep, but Luther's there to pick up the garbage and get his first bucket.
Yeah, Robinson's got to finish that. Give Luther a lot of credit. That was just pure hustle for him to get that extra rebound.
34-13. Barber started out hot. He's been kind of quiet as of late. Martin. Rowan. Boy, Rowan, I think he might have taken the shot almost every time he's touched the ball.
That ball was in and out. Boy, what defense by Cat Barber. You see that? James Robinson trying to go to the basket.
Cat Barber, quick as a cat. Robinson deep in the corner, too strong, and Martin clears.
He's got to make that. It's a good shot. For Pitt to be a great team, James Robinson needs to shoot the basketball.
Open look. This is Caleb Martin. Yes, he's got it. Caleb Martin, that's a three, and he's really been struggling with that outside shot.
Well, he's the better shooter than Cody, and that's what he loves to do, shoot the three ball.
Wilson takes it in strong, but not strong enough. Abu, whistle against Pittsburgh. It's going to go against Maya. So Maverick Rowan returning to the state of Pennsylvania, and he came out and knocked down 3 straight threes. He's got 9 points, and his Wolfpack lead at 37-13 on the road. Well, Bobby, it's been well documented that Mark Gottfried goes 7 deep, and right now all 7 players have scored.
How about that? But they're getting out in transition. We talked about him in transition. He's unbelievable. Great steal and great anticipation by Martin there. And look at the passing. I mean, they're putting on a clinic right now. That's all I can say. Here we go again with this guy with the ball. Beautiful pass, beautiful finish.
You had some pretty good teams at Georgia Tech. What's the biggest deficit you faced?
Biggest deficit I've ever faced actually was at College of Charleston. In a Puerto Rican shootout, we were down 25 points at halftime. And I wanted to come in and throw chairs and everything else, but I got to tell you this. Right now, Pitt cannot panic. They got to slowly get back into this game.
One bucket at a time.
One bucket at a time. Well said.
Nice look inside. And some bumping going on before the shot. And it goes against Pittsburgh. Luther picks up his first.
They're playing with energy. They haven't been in this position. They played Wake Forest. They were down 18. They made a great comeback. They know what's going on, and they want to keep it going on.
Well, I know Jamie Dixon likes this team. He said even on off days, there are no off days because the guys are in the gym working, and they don't have to be.
Mike, this is a different team than last year. This is a very, very good Pitt team.
Yeah, we asked Jamie Dixon about last year as Johnson lines up a 3-ball, and he drops it in. So Cameron Johnson, who had 20 the last game, gets his first bucket. It's a 3.
And that was a great basket. Great passing around the horn. A nice 3 by Cameron.
This will go against Pittsburgh. Jamie Dixon saying, whoa, was initiated by NC State. Robinson picks up his first.
Love the passing right there. That's what Robinson does so well. And we talked about, Cameron giving them that boost. And right now they need somebody like him off this bench. And we talked about Cameron Johnson having 20 points in 15 minutes against Boston College. So he might be the catalyst that get the Panthers back into this game.
Well, Pittsburgh, that was the 7th team foul, so now NC State's in the bonus. Caleb Martin goes out after hitting that 3. Rowan comes back in, and Cat Barber knocks down both free throws. He's got 9, and it's 39-16. NC State only with 4 team fouls. Pittsburgh, though, very, very good shooting team from the charity stripe. Michael Young.
Pretty good shot. Pretty good free throw line jumper.
Yeah, he's a 58% shooter.
Yeah. Now, Jamie wants him inside. No need to be in a hurry right now if you're the Pack. Make them play defense. Move that ball. Give it to this guy. Put it into his hands.
Barber, that's the 3 if it goes. It does.
Oh, boy.
So Barber, who had 34 in the ACC tournament against Pittsburgh, he's in double figures with 12 after that 3.
He's something, isn't he?
Well, he's really elevated this game.
He is fun to watch. And like you said, he hardly sweats out there. He looks like he could play 50 minutes a game.
And Mark Gottfried has some good shooters coming back next year. And I suppose they got to worry about Cat Barber going to the NBA if he continues to play like he has now.
Look out, here he goes again.
16-footer.
Hello, hello.
Again, he's got 14.
Hello. He's starting to look like Kenny Anderson and Stephon Marbury. Wow. I don't have an answer right now.
Marbury's a rock star over in China now, right?
Yeah, he sure is.
Down to the final 15 seconds of the first half now, 44-16. NC State's trying to break through and get their first ACC victory against a very talented Pittsburgh team. And there's a very, very talented shot by Michael Young as he leans in for the reverse. He's fouled. Now he has a chance for the three-point play.
And you got to love that. You got to love that he's scoring inside, because obviously Artis Artist right now, he's out of it. He doesn't have any points, but he will come back the second half. Michael needs to make this free throw, and the Panthers need to stop here now. Now, 9 seconds, we all know what Cat Barber could do in, forget 9 seconds, we know what he could do in 4 seconds. So there's plenty of time for the Pack to get some more points.
Coming up on the Hardy's halftime report, we'll look at the chaotic ACC highlights and stats and more on the Hardy's halftime report, which is coming up in just a couple of seconds. But first, Cat Barber says, I've got some. No, they're going to call it against Cat Barber this time.
Yeah, he was out of control, Mike. Too bad. I didn't expect him to go right to the rim there. I expected him to pull up or to kick it outside. And he knows he made a mistake here. 4 seconds. Every point is vital at this junction. Let's see if they can get something here.
Well, the Wolfpack with 2 6-0 runs, a 13-0 run, now a 7-0 run. Luther's going to get the shot off, but not in time. He banks it in, but they wave it off. So Cat Barber, biggest lead in the ballgame was 28 points on the road against the very talented 15-2 Pittsburgh team. Cat Barber with 14 points. Maverick Rowan with 3 threes. He's got 9. And the Wolfpack lead at 44-19. The Hardy's halftime report is coming up.
ACC basketball is being brought to you by Geico, saving people money for over 75 years. By your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by Hardy.
Hardy's presents the Hardy's halftime report, introducing the Steakhouse Thick Burger, only at Hardy's. Back inside the Peterson Event Center, the score, that's right, that is not a typo, 44-19, NC State on top of Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, along with Bobby Cremens, Mike Gleason here. Great to have you with us. And Coach, Wolfpack shoot 58%. Pittsburgh 25% at home.
I almost said for them to win, they're going to have to almost play a perfect game. And I'm shocked at the halftime score. I'd love to be in one of the locker rooms right now, but 58%, Mike, you can't beat that. Right now, everything is going the Wolfpack way, but they have not seen the real Pitt team yet. But this lead is going to be tough to overcome.
44-19, and it was raining threes for a while for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, they were doing everything right. I mean, we talked about this young man, Rowan, coming off, the Pittsburgh young man coming off the screens, hitting the three, feeling it. And that's what he does best, is shoot the basketball. And Cody Martin, just outstanding. And this guy's right now, he's putting on a show. That's all I can say.
14-point show, and Pittsburgh always prides themselves on rebound. They were plus 17 against BC. Right now it's plus 13 NC State. Let's check some other scores in the ACC. Last night, Duke goes down again, Coach. Well,
that was a great basketball game. And how about Syracuse? They were 0-4, and now they are 3-4. They are back in the ACC race, and of course, we know Coach Boeheim is back with them. And this Clemson outfit, Brad Grinnell, what a job he's doing. If you told me that they would be second in the ACC and Virginia Tech fourth, I would have told you you had the wrong conference.
Well, Clemson on a 5-game winning streak, 3 against top-ranked teams. Here's what it looks like tomorrow. Wake Forest on the road in Chapel Hill, Virginia Tech in South Bend, and Florida State over in Louisville. And the Miami Hurricanes losing to Clemson over the weekend. They head up to Boston to take on BC. That's a 9 o'clock tip. We're at halftime. Those are the numbers, and you're looking at downtown Pittsburgh. They trail 44-19. Well, get set for a big Saturday of basketball on the ACC Network at noon. Some of you will see Wake Forest battle number 15, Miami. And others will see Boston College face the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in South Bend. Then at 4 o'clock, the Pitt Panthers travel to Tallahassee for a meeting with Florida State. Now, for the ACC Network TV game schedule, visit the ACC.com/ACC Network. And remember that select ACC Network games are streamed live for free on the official ACC mobile app. You're talking about some of the teams making some noise in the ACC. Well, a few months ago, nobody expected to see the standings look like that.
Mike, I really believe this is the deepest I've seen the ACC. I really believe there's 9 teams, possibly 9, maybe even 10, could be dancing in March. And that's why every game is so crucial. And again, right now, story, Clemson, Virginia Tech, they are playing some great basketball.
Earlier I mentioned all the great years you had at Georgia Tech, but what's the number one thing? Obviously, this is a deeper conference. You just said that. What's the number one thing that really jumps out at you with the ACC this year?
Right now, the depth. You know, I think the lower tier teams, like the Clemson, the Virginia, Georgia Tech is much improved. They have gotten much better, and now they're starting to crawl up. And it's become very interesting.
When you first started coaching at Georgia Tech, how many teams were in the ACC?
There were 8 teams, and now there are 15. And if you'd have told me that a couple of years ago, I would have told you were crazy.
15, maybe 9, maybe 10. Who knows? We'll dance this year. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Steelers are out of it, and right now the Panthers got to try to climb back in it. Back in Pittsburgh, 44-19, NC State on top of the Pitt Panthers. Panthers 12-1 at home this year. Okay, Coach, earlier you said you got to get it one bucket at a time. How do they approach that?
Yeah, you know, they might have to say, look, at the 10-minute mark, instead of being down 25, we want to be down 15. And at the 5-minute mark, they want to be down 8 or 9, and then the last 5 minutes just make a run at them. Now, it's a lot easier said than done, because this guy, Cat Barber, if he stays out of foul trouble, he controls the ball. The Wolfpack could have a great opportunity to get a road win there first on the road.
Coach, let's check the numbers in the first half. And well, there's a few things that jump out to me. What really jumps out to you?
Oh, yeah, the defensive rebounding. And what that means is they're holding Pitt to one shot. They're getting that rebound. They're getting out on the fast break. Points in the paint. I mean, everything right now is going the Wolfpack way. They're hitting some threes. And right now, they just got to, again, continue. Not allow Pittsburgh to just make a big run.
Well, Jamel Artis, the 6'7" junior, averaging about 17.6 in conference play. He's got 3. Cat Barber leads the conference, and he leads this game with 14. The second half from Pittsburgh coming up on the other side.
ACC basketball is being brought to you by Haviland, official motor oil of the ACC, and by your Carolina Ford dealers.
Downtown Pittsburgh, it's cold, it's crisp, it's clear. But you know what? Pitt Panthers are just as cold here. 25% in the first half. You know, Coach, they're like a 49% shooting team.
Yeah, this is really something. And of course, I really expect the key there, though, is Artis. Jamel Artis got to get involved. He's got to get this team going. Of course, young Robinson is really struggling with his outside shot. And you just can't say enough, but 20 minutes of basketball. That guy's happy right now, but he's been around the block. He knows this game is far from done. Somebody once said the most irrelevant score is the halftime score. So,
really? That's interesting.
Yep. Let's see what happens here.
Jamie Dixon, 4 times named a National Coach of the Year. That's the kind of programs he's had, but he's going to have to work some magic now. They go right inside. The left-hand hook doesn't go. Knocked out of bounds by Martin. It's going to stay with the Panthers. Well, you know, earlier this year, Mark Gottfried said, you know, we don't have a lot of depth, but we need more touches. The bigs need more touches. It was 20-6 in the paint. NC State. Not too many people can do that to Pittsburgh. And this is going to go against NC State. It's going to go against Anya. So B.J. Anya picks up the foul. It looks like he's going to go out because he's got 3.
Good start. Got this guy shooting the free throws. He's the key. Artis, Young, Robinson, they're 3 outstanding players, and they have a great support cast. But your stars have to get going, and this guy's got to get going.
Top of the broadcast, we mentioned that Artis and Young, one of the better 1-2 punches in all of college basketball. Combined, they average about 33 points together, shooting 55% from the floor. So you know, sooner or later they're going to warm up, right?
Great offensive rebound by Maya.
Robinson dips inside, takes the shot. Got it.
Oh, he needed that.
That's his first bucket.
3-0 second half. 3-0 Panthers.
This is Cody Martin. Abu. There's a whistle down on the baseline. And Pittsburgh picks up the foul. It's going to be Smith.
Now we saw the out-of-bounds play they ran the first half for Rowan. So let's see if they set it up again for Rowan.
Tough time getting the inbound pass in. Pittsburgh's really picked it up on the defensive end. There's a held ball, but it's going to stay down here with NC State. Good hustle by Robinson, tying up Maverick Rowan.
I like the energy the Panthers are showing. They have good energy, and this crowd is just dying for them to get back in this game.
If they do, this place is going to be rocking, I'll tell you that.
It's going to be rocking.
Barber trying to take him out of his game. North Carolina did a nice job of that. He only had 9 points for the first time this year. Barber did not score in double figures.
And Freeman starting the second half for the Pack.
Pack down to 3. Barber takes the shot, quiets the crowd, and Barber's got 16.
Woo. Oh yeah, boy. You know, that was just pure talent. That was one-on-one. There was no screens. That's why he's called the Cat.
Well, Mark Gottfried calls him Cat Daddy. Nice positioning. Nice little hook shot by Young. He's got 8.
This is the way Pitt should have started the game.
I think they tried, Coach, but nothing would go down. Rowan, instead of a 3, takes it to the rack on the baseline. Nice drive by Rowan.
I don't know how he got to the hole, but I tell you what, he is quite, you know, they were going to get on him tonight. Sort of like, you know, those Duke fans, these guys were ready. The Zoo from Pittsburgh was ready, but he has shut them all down.
Yeah, the Zoo's been kind of quiet. That's a rarity here in Pittsburgh. Whoa, great job up and under for Michael Young, the only player in the ACC to rank among the conference leaders, scoring, rebounding, field goal percentage, and free throw percentage. Trying to make a little rally now for the Panthers.
He almost got a great steal there. They'll pick up full court. Now, you know, they're scoring. Now what they need, obviously, is some stops. But how do you stop that little guy?
That's a good point, because Pittsburgh's 3 for 4, but NC State's answered twice. They're 2 for 2 in the second half.
And this guy, Cody, I can't say enough about Cody Martin, the game he's played. So steady, handles the ball.
Well, it's impressive, the fact that he's a 4 and a backup point guard. Nice feed, and well, that time they missed the slam dunk, but there's a foul, so they'll go to the line.
And who made that play? Maverick Rowan. You watch it, he drives baseline, the help comes, and he throws a beautiful pass. Here we go. Drive, here comes the help, and what a nice dish off. Perfect. Perfect.
Abdul Malik Abu, 240-pounder on the line. Maya picked up that foul, incidentally. That's going to be 3 on the big guy for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, nice free throw by Abu. He's 64% free throw shooter. Pittsburgh scoring, but guess what? NC State scoring. So no advantage. Second half right now is about even.
I mentioned 64% for Abu. He was 9 of 11 from the line against Florida State. A spin move! Where did that come from?
Boy, they must have had some pregame meal.
There's an answer by Young.
Mark Gottfried's not happy about that. That was too easy.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Earlier this year, I think Mark Gottfried called Abu sweetheart, trying to get him more motivated. Wow, he was a beast on that play.
He's explosive. Good patience, good deliberate patience here.
This one goes against NC State.
Yeah, looks like an illegal screen. What Pittsburgh is doing right now, how about that move? Pittsburgh is denying Barber the ball. When he gets it up, they're all over him, and they're trying to make somebody else score on them. For Wolfpack to win, Cat Barber has to have the ball in his hand a lot of the time.
Foul when it gets Abu. That's his second. Robinson, that's a 2. Martin, that is another rebound. I liked what Mark Gottfried said after losing the FSU coach. He said, you know, we're 7 deep, but it is what it is. We're not like the NBA. We can't go out and sign 10-day contracts.
No, and you're right. And, you know, we haven't talked about it yet, but, you know, they had the transfer from West Virginia who's supposed to be on this team, Terry Henderson. He's a great three-point shooter. He tore his ankle up, so he's out.
Yeah, Henderson has a 42-inch vertical. Kyle Washington decides to transfer to Cincinnati.
Lacey goes to the NBA draft.
Yeah, there's 3 guys right there. I mean, they could be 9 deep, maybe 10 deep. Rowan. You can almost tell that Rowan wants to quiet that crowd.
The way they're playing right now, they don't need anybody. Mark has done a great job keeping this group together. Of course, you know, they were a Sweet 16 team a year ago. They know how to win. And the fact that they're 0-5, you know, has not discouraged them.
No, not at all. Not at all. Great attitude, great demeanor when they came in for the shoot-around today. Garber, plenty on the shot clock, trying to do too much that time.
Too much.
Artis, nice hang time and one. Boy, he kind of floated up there in the air, didn't he?
He's the key. To me, he's one of the best forwards in the country. And you know, he's got to get it going. Here we see. What about this move? Spin move, and then Wolfpack still ahead, but Pitt starting to come back. Well, Mike, if they're going to come back, they got to go to their studs. And we talked about Michael Young in the low post. Beautiful jump look. Here he's going to drive to the basket, and he's one of their studs to get going. The other guy needs to get going. How about that by Young? Now, if Jamel Artis can get going, and if Robinson can make some shots, Pitt can have a chance.
Well, it's 14-7 Pittsburgh now in 5 minutes since that 28-point deficit. 51-30. That 28-point deficit was the largest of the year, obviously. Previous largest was 17 against Purdue. That even includes that Louisville game where they only scored 41 points.
They're going to pick him up full court pressure. Try and get that turnover.
Oh, boy. Nice job by Abu that time to make sure he came down with the ball. Barber sees an opening, and he's stripped. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by, they're going to say Barber touched it last, and Pittsburgh has the ball.
Went off his knee. Boy, Cat he puts his head down and he goes to that rim, but that weak side help came, and a beautiful block there. And that was our guy, Michael Young. I like the energy of the Panthers. First 5 minutes, you had to see them really be ready to play, or else this is going to be a blowout.
Young with 6 already in the half. He's got 12 for the game. Finds the open man. And Barber, the guard, rips down the rebound.
Good free throw jump shot.
NC State with 3 straight turnovers now. Trying to build on that 20-point lead. They give it to the big guy, and the big guy scores again, and the big guy's got 13.
Too easy. Big guy's playing great basketball, and you know what the game plan is. Keep going to him. Feed him. Feed him.
Abu, you mentioned the 21 points he had against FSU. 21-13, then he came back with 12 and 14 against North Carolina. Now the fouls are starting to add up a little bit for NC State as Freeman picks up his second. So you take a look at the top 25. North Carolina sitting there at 2, but Oklahoma lost to Iowa State.
Could be number 1 again.
Could be number 1.
Let's hope they don't go back to the state of Iowa. Nobody who is number 1 wants to go to the state of Iowa.
Yeah, what we're saying today, 3 number 1s have lost there.
North Carolina lost to Northern Iowa. Michigan State lost to Iowa. And last night, Oklahoma goes down to Iowa State.
So Iowa, a new hotbed of college basketball.
Keep going to the big guy. Keep going to him. Here he is.
And there he goes. Line drive doesn't go and ripped down by Jeter. Panthers out of control. And Artis, who rarely loses the rock, just couldn't find the handle. It just kind of slipped out. There's B.J. Anya coming back in the game with 3 fouls. 14-14 left.
Yeah, Anya's coming back in, and you got the luxury of having 2 big guys in there. And now he comes in for Freeman. And just keep running your offense. Have good shot selection.
This is Caleb. This is Cody.
And Caleb will shoot the basketball.
Caleb 2 for 13 against Florida State. Came back with a 3 for 5 from the field against North Carolina, so trying to get confidence back. This is Chris Jones. Wow. He shifted the ball to his left hand. Beautiful shot.
Transition basketball. Coach Godfrey's going to slow it down a little bit here. He feels like a little momentum. There you see the fast break basketball. Pitt starting to show some enthusiasm, trying to come back.
Well, Bobby, it's Bo time, so here's our Bojangles fan of the game. We're going to add an S to that, make it plural, the fans of the game. There's the Oakland Zoo. They got to get going. They got to get this team.
They really do.
They're sitting on their hands right now.
Well, I've been watching Pitt on TV, and this is not the Pitt team I know. They are showing some signs. Again, they're a top 25 team. I love the way they play basketball. Jamie's got them back where he wants them, but right now they're in a hole, and we got to see what they can dig themselves out of it.
The backdoor cut doesn't go, and held ball. The arrow would go the other way if it is.
That was a set play. Jamie felt like Pitt was a little aggressive, so when your team's really getting after you, you put in a nice little backdoor play. Did not work. But good idea.
Well, 13:21 to go. 4th turnover of the half. And 13:20. It's a lot of time, but Mark Godfrey's probably thinking, geez, I wish there was 3:20 on that clock right now. First time the lead is inside 20 points since the 8-minute and 30-second mark of the first half.
Jeter tried to the goal, go to the hole there. Uh-oh.
Barber. Wow. With too much punch on that shot.
Yeah.
He's been in a zone tonight. Robinson from the baseline doesn't go. Boy, a lot of white jerseys there, ready to rip down the offensive rebound, and Jamel Artis will take advantage.
That's the guy. I think he's the key. I think if he gets going, if Robinson can make a couple of shots, Young has got it going now. Plenty of time. Here we go.
11-2 run. This time Pittsburgh with the 11-2 run.
Run your offense.
This is Caleb Martin. This is Cody. Cody loses the rock. Jeter comes up with it.
Turnover.
Robinson looking for somebody. Finally finds Jones. Jones thought he had it.
That would have been big. Pretty good luck. See, you get the transition baskets because of the turnovers. The Wolfpack need to get a good shot.
Barber trying to find, well, Abu was alone down by the baseline. That was like a attempted touchdown pass in the back of the end zone, a little bit high. Abu couldn't find it. 53-37, Pittsburgh on the move. You're watching the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports, also streaming live now on the ACC.com and on the official ACC mobile app. Well, Coach, earlier in the game we asked the trivia question. Since 2000, who has the best career assist-to-turnover ratio in the NCAA? There's your man right there, James Robinson. Look at that.
What I mean, he has an opportunity to become the all-time in the history of college basketball to be the assist-turnover ratio. Love to see him achieve that goal. Right now, he's really struggling with his jump shot. But he is an outstanding player. He's a winner.
Who also made his 120th start tonight. Boy, 3.49 to 1. And this year he's 5 to 1.
Yep.
Speaking of that, Cat Barber, before the North Carolina game, he was averaging less than 2 turnovers a game, 1.8. He had 5 against Carolina. He's got 7 tonight, Coach. He's been handling that rock a lot. 4 of the 7 turnovers by Cat in this half. Young kicks it out. Robinson takes the shot. Doesn't go. Wow, nice kick. Jeter.
That's what he does. He crashes the board. What a play.
Jeter
what an effort.
Jeter becoming one of the ACC's top 6 men. Transfer from Vanderbilt. There's another steal. And the scrum, the possession arrow will point this way. So NC State will hold on to the ball, but just 11 seconds on the shot clock.
What's Jeter? I mean, this is just great individual hustle. Crashing the boards. What a tip in. Down to 14.
And you saw the expression right there with Mark Gottfried.
I think the Wolfpack are going to have to earn this one, Mike.
Mark will have to change his shirt, I think, because he's going to have to sweat this out now with 10:54 to go.
Yeah, boy, Pitt is really, really fired up.
Barber steps back. He was fouled, so he's going to get 3 free throws. But boy, I don't know if Mark Gottfried liked that shot.
I tell you one thing, he liked the call.
He loved the call.
He loved the whistle. Because you got a guy going to the free throw line that shoots 84%. That was a big whistle. And Mark, he knows it.
Now, in all fairness, I did not see the shot clock, too, so it might have been down to 2.
All right, let's see. Can we see here if he fouled him?
Jamel Artis picks up the foul, incidentally, and Barber will get 3 free throws. And as Coach mentioned, 85% shooter from the line. He's got 17.
All right, let's see if he fouled him. We're going to try and show it here in a minute.
I don't know if he hit his hand, but he definitely backed into him after the shot. So Barber with 18. He's got a couple of 30-point games. There's been 13 30-point games in the ACC this year.
Yes, he has. You know, we talked about him being a natural scorer.
So Barber, an 85% shooter, bats 1,000 that time, knocks down all 3 of them. Jamie Dixon, something happened on the offensive end he did not like.
See, they're giving Robinson the shot now.
Jeter will take it outside. It rattles out halfway down, but Michael Young is there to take care of business, and he's fouled.
That's a second offensive rebound by Pitt. This ball, I thought this ball was in. Again, Pitt going to the offensive boards. And I'm sure Jamie talked about it at halftime because the rebounding was far superior to the Wolfpack. But right now, the Wolfpack not getting that first rebound.
Michael Young now with 15. He caps off the 3-point play. Jamie Dixon wondering, hey, we've got time, guys.
Oh, yeah.
You see Young move Abu, 240 pounds, just moved him right back. So he and Abu and Anya both have 3 fouls now with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's why Leonard Freeman's in the game.
Nice look. Anya takes that big body inside, and he is fouled with a chance for the 3-point play now.
And beautiful offense, beautiful pass. Watch Cat Barber here. What happened here? They cheated out on Rowan. They thought he had the shot. And the big guy, Anya, just floated to the basket. Kind of nobody there, and Cat Barber found him. Big 3-point play.
So all the bigs now, Freeman, Abu, and Anya with 3 fouls. Maya and Jeter with 3 for Pittsburgh.
That's all right. He at least got 2.
Artis, too strong, follows his shot, but Freeman's there to make sure he rips it down. Barber Wow, changes direction, lays it up with the reverse.
You knew he was going to the hole. You just knew it. He puts his head down and he finds the rim. He's fearless.
Uh-oh, Barber's still down underneath. Well, if you're the head coach and Cat Barber goes down, you got a 7-man rotation.
But watch this. I mean, you know, forget the one-on-one defense. That's what he does. That's why he's a leading scorer in the ACC. You have to love him. You have to love his demeanor. Fearless. Absolutely fearless.
You see Jeter? It looked like he actually tried to grab him so he wouldn't fall.
Oh, he can't get hurt.
Boy, that rattled out again. Young just...
And now the Wolfpack, they're getting that first rebound.
Young is thinking, how come the rims haven't been so tight for NC State? All of our shots are popping out.
That's been a big last minute for the Wolfpack. Staying in control of this game.
Barber, a little step back. And it's a 2, but nothing but net. He's got 23.
I tell you what. You know, I've been fortunate to coach some great point guards. I mentioned Kenny Anderson, Stephen White, Travis Best, Mark Price. And it's a joy to watch a great point guard do his work.
There's a point guard. Finally lights it up with a 3.
And you notice Barber gave him that. And he really, really needed that shot. That's his first shot, outside shot.
So Robinson with 5 in the second half. As we approach the 8.5-minute mark, 62-45. This is Leonard Freeman. Barber with 8 on the shot clock now for NC State. Almost lost the rock. He's down to 5. He's got to force it.
You're kidding.
Oh, are you kidding me?
You are kidding me. You know, sometimes everything just goes your way. How about this?
Back-to-back threes.
That's showing some guts. But we got to talk about that last play. The shot clock going down. So Pat just throws up an air ball. Somehow it touches the rim, hits Wolfpack's hand, winds up in, was it Anya or Freeman's hands, and they score.
So it did touch the rim. I thought it was going to be a shot clock violation.
It touched the rim. But how about James Robinson? Back-to-back threes. Showing some guts, showing some fight.
So Robinson, there's one of your point guards. You talk about point guards who can score. He's got 8 in the second half now.
He's been struggling. He was 1 for 9 before that. It's good to see him hit those shots. And this guy at the free throw line, this is like money in the bank with this guy.
Mentioned he dropped 34 on Pittsburgh last year. He's got 24 right now with 8 minutes to go. And I don't think
that was in the ACC tournament.
Yep.
What a performance that was.
When you talk about their own 5 start, 2 years ago, Coach, NC State came into this building at 7 and 9 actually, and TJ Warren dropped 41.
They like this building, don't they?
And that was the turnaround. And last year they played in Pittsburgh in the NCAA tournament, knocked off LSU and Villanova, a 1 seed.
Great win over Villanova.
Artist. Nice job by Rowan. He kind of stripped it.
No need to hurry. Great deflection there. It's getting to that point where I'm not going to give up yet, Mike. But if the Wolfpack do not want to allow this thing to get within 7 points, this place will rock.
Rowan rejected by Luther, and last touch by Rowan. Boy, Ryan Luther gets about 9 minutes a game, but we've seen him do some things on the defensive end. 66-48, 7:20 to go. And we'll be back after a word from your local ACC station. 66-48 NC State on top. Coach, let's go back and take a look at that shot and see if it touched the rim.
I might have been wrong. Here we go. This was like, just an air ball, shot clock going down. No,
it didn't
hit the backboard. I wonder if that should have been a violation.
Well, that's why I asked. I thought maybe the shot clock slowed down or something.
And Freeman just, he's always around the basket.
Well, you know what? He's got 11 rebounds, and they're 11-0 when he pulls down at least 10 rebounds. So there you go.
Leonard has the presence of mind to be around loose balls. but that might have been a shot clock violation. So a big break for the Wolfpack.
Well, when things are going your way, and if you're Pittsburgh, when it rains, it pours, I guess.
Yeah.
This is Young. Backing down Freeman this time and flips it up.
I like a good no call.
Yeah.
Mark Godfrey saying, run your offense, guys. Run it. Run it. You don't want to have to, go to the, well, this guy, look at that. Great block.
Beautiful block.
Is that Luther again?
I think it was Cameron Johnson, maybe. The redshirt freshman who had 20 in the last game.
You can't blame Pitt for shooting that shot right now. There's so much pressure on them to score.
Another rejection by Pittsburgh. Luther. He's done a lot on the defensive end, but now he travels on the offensive end.
You said it best. I mean, when it rains, it pours. And right now, I'm not giving up yet. But the Wolfpack really in control. And I love the fact that they have not allowed Pittsburgh to get within 10, 12. I think 14, 16 is the closest Pitt has gotten. This little guy has been sensational. Sensational.
With a capital S.
Yeah.
Rowan started out 3 for 3s, 1 for 6 since. But he certainly took the Oakland Zoo out of the game early. Gives it up, and Freeman wasn't looking, but Young was. But there's Cat Barber. Well, he is a cat, isn't he?
He's something. He does it all. And you know what? I'm not sure he's sweating.
Well, with the players that Mark Gottfried has coming back next year, you wonder if Cat Barber will be around the way he's been playing.
Well, you don't want to even think about that, but, look at him again. Oh, my gosh. Missed it this time.
Touched by Pittsburgh, and it stays with NC State after the missed shot. Well, the ACC and your local Toyota dealers are unlocking the ACC archives. You can relive over 90 classic basketball games, all for free. Visit theacc.com/vault. Brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. I bet you there's a few Georgia Tech games in there, huh?
And, we all know about Wolfpack signing the #1 point guard prospect in the country, Dennis Smith, down there from Fayetteville.
And they have that young man from Charlotte coming back next year. Torin Doran. He was the freshman of the year in Conference USA last year. Anderson will be healthy.
There's no seniors on this team.
Oh, the ball landed in a boot. They've had numerous charges called.
Well, they're in good position. They really are. It's an excellent call. This guy does everything. Everything. I mean, he's outside the line. He's there early. There's no question that that's a charge.
He's not afraid to take a hit, huh? You love those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Timeout called, NC State.
Yeah, he got double teamed. Well, what do you think? You think it's over? Are the fans starting to go?
You never say never. Well, I learned that when NC State beat Houston in the NCAA championship game. I said there's no way NC State can beat the Phi Slamma champion.
I was there.
And I never say never again.
Yeah,
Well, get set for a big Saturday of basketball on the ACC network. At noon, some of you will see Wake Forest battle number 15 Miami. Others will see Boston College face the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in South Bend. 4 o'clock, these Pitt Panthers travel to Tallahassee for a meeting with the Seminoles of Florida State. For the ACC Network TV game schedule, visit theacc.com/ACC Network. And remember that select ACC Network games are streamed live for free on the official ACC mobile app. So Jamie Dixon will face these two, the freshman phenoms, Malik Beasley and Dwayne Bacon. I saw them last week, Coach, and they are as advertised.
Oh, yeah.
They can shoot, they can run.
No question. Florida State is definitely in this mix. They had the big win in Raleigh against this team that we're watching.
That's right. NC State had a run just like that late in the game, but it wasn't enough. Boy, Abu now with 15 points in the game.
And that might have been the dagger right there. You know, I can't say enough for the job Mark has done tonight. The way he's got his team ready. This guy's been sensational.
Well, I'll tell you, in 1 year, Coach, he didn't look anything like that last year.
No, and this is going to be a nice ride home for the Wolfpack. You know, to be 0-5, have their backs against the wall, facing a top 25 team on the road. And now when they go home, they got an easy game when they go home. Guess who they play next?
Duke. Oh, Duke's lost 3 in a row, right?
Duke's how about that? And as you just mentioned, Pitt has to go on the road to Florida State. But this league it's absolutely wild. And we're in the early part of the 18-game schedule. The ACC this year is just fantastic.
5 on the shot clock now. Martin doesn't realize it. He's got to take the shot with 2. It's an air ball. And there's the shot clock violation. This Abu dunk, Coach, is the first points by either team in the last 4 minutes. Abdul Malik Abu looking at that another double-double.
ACC basketball is being brought to you by New York Life. Keep good going. By Food Lion. Life's better with a Lion. By your local Chevy dealers. And by Bojangles. It's Bow time.
Downtown Pittsburgh all lit up. Well, NC State's been doing the lighting up tonight. 68-48 as we take a look at our Haviland defensive shield. B.J. Anya leading the ACC in rejections, 2.78 blocks. And that's number 10 in the NCAA. Is 187 in his career. But boy, you know, after the Florida State game, Mark Eifrig said, you know, sometimes I think we go for too many blocks and not alter shots.
Yeah, good point.
And he doesn't have any blocks, but the bigs have certainly played well.
Well, Abu's the scorer. Anya is not the scorer. His thing is blocking shots. And they complement each other so well. Right now, only one big man in the game.
Nice stroke by Jeter. He was out here early today, really working on his jump shot. Well, Freeman has tied a career high with 13 rebounds. Abu is 1 rebound shy of another double-double. He's got 15 points and 9 rebounds.
And now you got to just eat clock. If you score at the end of it, it's great. But right now, you want to make sure you eat as much clock as possible.
Well, he's eating it down to 4, down to 3, and he fell with the ball. Empty possession that time for NC State.
Might as well shoot some threes. Why not?
Well, time.
Shoot it.
The sands of the hourglass sliding quickly here against Pittsburgh. Less than 3 minutes to go as we approach the 2.5-minute mark. Beautiful try at that time by Damon Wilson, a rookie out of Powder Springs, Georgia. There's the trap and timeout called by Cat Barber. All right, let's look at the bigs. The bigs have been doing it all tonight for NC State. Mark Eifrig's got to be pleased.
They really have. Of course, Abu's been sensational. We all know he's the more offensive player to big. He's very explosive, very athletic. Look at this move, spin move.
Wow.
And now we get Anya into the act. And then when you have both of them doing something like that, then you have Freeman who comes in and just, he's a hustler. I mean, you know, everything has gone right for them. Everything.
Yeah, Freeman. You know, you talk about the scores, and I understand the fans love the scores, but that's a great stat with Freeman. They're 11-0 when he gets at least 10 rebounds, and they're probably going to be 12-0 with only 2:21 to go now.
No, give Pitt credit. I mean, they have not given up. I thought they came out with the energy that they needed to come out with and to begin the second half. But the little guy just, you know, when they needed the bucket, he hits the 3, and the bigs playing so well. I mean, this has been a outstanding. That's all I can say. Performance. Now, you know, Pitt. It's tough to lose at home, but now what they're going to have to do go back on the road at Florida State, a tough environment.
Well, trying to get on a roll right now, like Clemson and Syracuse are right now. Clemson on a 5-game winning streak. There's what's up ahead for Mark Gottfried.
Yeah, and Georgia Tech much improved. I'm proud of the job Brian Gregory's done. The big kid Mitchell leading the ACC in rebounding.
And double-doubles.
Yep. Just kill the clock.
Knocked out of bounds, another block by Chris Jones. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go before they put this in the books.
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh's going to start launching some threes, Coach. Rowan decides to launch one himself. Good shot, bad shot, or what for the rookie that time?
No, that was a good shot.
Artist now with 13. 68-54, cut to 14 with exactly 2 minutes on the clock.
Guess what? Guess what? Wouldn't this be something? So, you know, Mark's telling them, you know, I know exactly what he's telling them. Guys, it's not over. It's not over. Let's finish this. And on the other side, Jamie encouraging the team. We need a steal. We need a steal. Now, where are we on the free throws here? We still
Pittsburgh with 8 fouls, so they're in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well go for steal and foul. You don't want to foul this guy.
So Cat Barber with 25 points leads the ACC in scoring. Just under 22 points a game. And he has been all over the place. 11 20-point games. This is 12 now. That leads the ACC.
Love the way he plays. You know, I had a game last year, and one of his best friends passed away, and he did not play in Tallahassee. So this is the first time I've seen him in person. And, you know, obviously I'm so impressed.
Cat Barber, our Chevy performer of the game. He's been the ACC Player of the Week twice already this year.
No need to foul now. Might as well play it out. Oh, they're double teaming. Somebody's got to find the open man.
Down to 7 on the shot clock. Barber with 4. Freeman with a brand new 30 after the offensive rebound. 16 rebounds for Freeman now.
He's something. He's undersized and he's sneaky. He's what I call a garbage player.
14 rebounds. I'm sorry, Coach. 14 rebounds. That's not 15.
He's from Washington, D.C. Just a hustler all around the ball. Good defensive player. And what he gives the Wolfpack, he gives them not good free throw shooting, that's for sure. He gives them quickness defensively. Shoot it. Oh,
that's going to be a 3-shot foul. And it's Caleb Martin committing the sin.
Well, you know, like I said, Coach Godfrey's telling him it's not over. And the last thing you want to do is stop the clock, put him on the free throw. Now he can pick up 3 points here. And if they could ever get a steal off the press.
Artist.
He's had a tough night. I don't think Jamel has played his normal game, typical game. I think he's an all ACC performer, but I love the fight right now by Pittsburgh.
Artist now with 15. Artist or Young has led the team in scoring 15 of the last 17, but that's a moot point tonight because.
Well, this puts it down to 11.
Well, maybe it's not a moot point.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mark Godfrey getting a little nervous over there.
Had a few choice words for Caleb Martin.
Yeah.
Well, Virginia at home, 31 seconds to go, so Clemson's winning streak looks like it might come to an end, but 31 seconds, that's a tight game. That's a two-possession game.
Looks like a heck of a game. All right, right now, NC State needs to get the ball inbounds. And great break for NC State. They foul Cat Barber, Holden. So let's see. So they're still in the 1-and-1. Nope, they just went to double bonus, 10 free throws. So the Cat's going to get, he's going to get 2 free throws here. And
Pittsburgh on a 9-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 3 seconds. NC State 1 for the last 12, 3 turnovers. So Barber trying to get some more points from the line, which he will. That's 26. He rarely misses from the stripe.
Mark's telling his players, no foul. Do not stop the clock. Maybe he should go 2-3 zone.
Love the concentration there for Barber. He knew they needed the points. Knocked them both down. So coming up on the ACC Network Saturday, some of you will see BC Wake Forest or BC Notre Dame. Others will see Miami and Wake Forest. And then at 4 o'clock you will see Pittsburgh and Florida State down in Tallahassee. So I guess the only silver lining right now for Pittsburgh, if they do not win this game, is they get out of the cold and they go down to Tallahassee in some warm weather.
But what they're doing wrong, you know, this is the second foul they made, and Mark Godfrey's beside himself.
So James Robinson, 8 points in the second half.
Crazier things have happened.
Robinson, a 2-time gold medal winner with USA Basketball, the first Pitt Panther to ever do that.
He's their leader. Pitt is an NCAA team. I really believe that. They can't play like they played tonight. They just got to regroup. But they are definitely, I believe, an NCAA team.
Wow, good fight by Jeter. Comes up with the offensive rebound, and now Wilson lines up a 3. Cody Martin made sure he came down with that rebound, and there's going to be a foul on Wilson, the freshman. But boy, what a fight for Pittsburgh, huh?
And how about that? If that 3 ball would have went in, it would have been a 9-point game. Look at Martin.
Ooh, you don't want Barber to get dinged up.
No. I think it would take a Mack truck to get that guy banged up. He is something else.
Yeah, perfect. 10 for 10 from the stripe. And down the stretch, you need every free throw you can get. 28 points now.
Yeah, let's give Pitt a lot of credit. A lot of credit. Hung in there, fought hard. Obviously did not play the game that they wanted to play. Jamie's going to be disappointed. But you got to move on quickly. And Mark Godfrey, like I said earlier, he's going to be overjoyed with this win. I'm very, very proud of his team to be 0-5, go on the road and get a win like this.
Less than a minute to go now. Rebound by Abu. So Abu has yet another double-double. He had 7 of the last 9 games coming in. That's 3 straight for him now.
Now, you know, I don't know where the Wolfpack can go from here. I mean, it's early. You know, Jimmy Boeheim was 0-4. Now they're 3-4. I think you know, they're going to have to go home, play like this against Duke. Duke, of course, as we well know, will be coming into Raleigh with a 3-game losing streak. And can you believe I'm saying that?
Hard to believe, and I lost a couple of them, Cameron, too.
Mike, my last few years at Georgia Tech, at the end of my career, Duke would lose 1 or, you know, they go undefeated in the league. Never lose more than 2 games in the league. And so it's going to be a great contest. The Wolfpack fans will be out in force, and this gives them some hope. The way they play tonight gives them a lot of hope. And you got that little guy in the court. You got the big guys. You got the twins. You got Rowan shooting the basketball. You got a lot of pieces here.
3-ball. Jones, 49 seconds to go. So Chris Jones, the 6'6" redshirt junior, trying to keep Pittsburgh alive. The Clemson run is over now. They go down. The 3 straight over ranked teams is the first time they've done that in school history, but 4 straight might have put them in the top 25.
Yeah. I mean, Clemson, they're out of conference. They lose to 2 SEC teams. They lose to Georgia. They lose to Alabama. They lose to South Carolina. They get in the ACC, and Brad Brunell, he made a change. I think he went to the small lineup, put Blossom Game in there, and his big guy woke up. And now they're a different team. They have confidence. So right now, you know, you look at the teams, there is no easy out. Obviously, BC is rebuilding their program. But that young man for BC, he had Eric Carter. He had 31 points for Boston College against Pitt. There you see Pitt's schedule, tough one. 2 more tough road games. I mean, it is, you know, there's no easy out. You see Jamie shaking his head. I'm glad I don't have another pit game, because if Jamie sees me, he might not let me come into practice.
Jamie Dixon, 11 21 seasons, and I believe he'll have another one this year, but they'll try to put this one. The Louisville game, they didn't even watch the film. They just forgot about it and moved on. I don't think they're going to watch the film of this one either.
Jamie's one of the best coaches in the country. What he's done here. But, you know, he's used to going to the NCAA. And, oh, look at this. Oh,
a steal and a double dribble by Artis. There's still 46 seconds to go.
Mark Godfrey's going to kill somebody. Keep it out of the short corner. There you go.
Well, there's the guy you want the ball in his hands, right?
Yeah. So
Barber is going to go to the line, and I'll bet you my next mortgage that he's going to have a 30-point game tonight.
Well.
And that's what Jamie Dixon said earlier today. We talked to him. He said, you know, Barber's going to get his shots. We know that, but we don't want him to go off. Well, if he hits this, he's got 30. There it is.
What Cat Barber showed me tonight is he's not only one of the best point guards in the ACC, he's one of the best point guards in the country. Now, you got to be consistent. You know, he's got to continue to do what he's doing to get into that, you know, first team All-American type thing. But right now tonight he put on an All-American show tonight.
He certainly did. And he's still working at it right now. 30 seconds to go.
They're not going to foul. Game over. Great win for Mark Godfrey and the Wolfpack. Great road win. Pitt's got to hang in there, but again, I think Pitt's an NCAA team.
That's going to do it. They're going to milk the clock now. There's 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. About 3-second differential, so someone will fire up a shot. Why not give it to the rookie and put him with... There's a dagger for you, Coach. And a dagger for the Oakland Zoo, huh?
I don't think the fans like that shot. I might have not shot that ball if I was rolling.
Well, that's it. 78-61 for Bobby Cremens and our entire ACC Network crew. Mike Gleason saying so long from Pittsburgh. For highlights and must-see moments from this game and others, check out the ACC.com. Our next telecast Saturday at noon Eastern. Some will see Wake Forest, Miami. Others will get Boston College at Notre Dame. You've been watching coverage of Atlantic Coast Conference basketball on the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports. So long, everybody, from Pittsburgh.